Hello and welcome to my latest Harbor Town update. I think this video is probably going to be a little bit shorter, which is probably for the best, honestly. I appreciate those of you who humor me in following my construction here. But I wanted to give you a little bit of an update progress-wise on what we are working on up here on top of this mountaintop. As you can see, I'm going to be building a castle, keep up here, the city top. And to do this, I am following a build guide, kind of like putting together a model. So it helped to lay out kind of the blueprint. You can see where I'd been making my outlines around what I wanted to do. So it gives some like tips on sort of how to put this together. Um, and then I'm mostly focused in kind of how I want to modify it and where exactly I want to place it within this town, and actually have a lot of energy around how we get up to it here. So I've just kind of sketched out and blocked out some solid stone just to sort of lay in the basics of kind of the stairways up to this keep. And I am interested in possibly, hmm, I'm thinking about it would kind of maybe be neat to have a big statue down here. However, I might have to do some experimentation with making a statue. So the statue that I made a long time ago, that I know how to make, is really really large. I'm not sure if the scale would actually fit in here, kind of like I would want it to. Um, anyway, I'm just toying around with that a little bit. But yeah, so this is the work in progress here. So we've got the gatehouse entrance here, and I've got the. I like how this whole that's a fence texture, but there's actually an iron fence type texture. It looks exactly like I think a gate would look. So we've got that here. Used a couple of different, slightly different variations of this block type. One's called the weathered limestone brick, and the other's limestone brick. And we put that together in a random pattern to make this sort of weathered look to the rocks that I really really like. I think it's really really nice here. So we haven't yet put in the sort of back parts of the wall, and that's because there's going to be some building and some scaffolding, not scaffolding, just stairways up to the ramparts on the inside that we'll be working on. Um, but yeah, that's just a quick visual overview of just the beginning. I wanted to just do a quick snapshot because I feel because I if I don't take little clips quick enough, it's just something like, okay, it's built, and I thought it might slightly be nice to see a little bit of what it looks like as it's being constructed. So similarly, I have a couple of other works in progress, just because sometimes I like to just take a break from one project and just do something a little bit different. So this isn't anything very exciting down here, but down here is just places where I'm just building my own, just buildings. Essentially, they're fill-in buildings to continue to fill out the back sides of the market square with outward-facing buildings. Eventually, this around here will be another street. There'll be some, there'll be further buildings, town buildings going back here. Um, but these buildings are just buildings that I'm just, excuse me, just creating haphazardly. Uh, and I kind of have a sense for what this is going to look like when it's done. You can see the lower floor is going to be back here. This is going to be an overhang, but the upstairs part will come all the way out flush to here, part of the building, and then curve back in back here. There's actually going to be a big stairwell entrance up to the top, to the second floor, coming in this way. This is going to be where the chimney is, and so on. And then the only other thing to really quickly show is just I've added one more One more building up here to Rich People Bluff. This is this one here that I added. And again, this one is just, oh, hey, I forgot a section. Check that out. I have, as always, as you know, I I do the interiors last, if ever, because that's the thing that I care about the least. Uh, so anyway, but this one, yeah. So this building I just built using all of the things that I've learned from following different creators like Blue Nerd and Mythical Sausage and some other folks on YouTube, and like just learning all of their tips and tricks. I just sort of just kind of put down some outlines and just kind of put together this somewhat simple. Well, it's not simple per se, but it's just symmetrical. But that's okay. Like I just needed something that was just going to pretty solidly fill in this space back here. I need just kind of like one more, I think, if you pull back and you look from up here, I think I need just about one more building somewhere in kind of in this area here. And then I can finish the roads going around. And then I think I will basically have this sort of Rich People's Bluff pretty much complete. Uh, yeah. So, anyway, you can see the sort of beginnings of the castle there in the distance. I like the way that the flag works. I think that looks good if you get up. Obviously, if you get up, it's just a series of cloth texture blocks that go down and back and down and back. Ends up kind of looking like a flag. All right, well, that's everything for this time. I hope you enjoyed it.